Yeah.
Oh no. Hello everyone. Welcome to week 11 of PMA LCS action tonight. We got another spicy matchup for you. It is going to be the fantastic anime personalities versus the Bung and the Restless. Tonight on our casting crew, it's me, Vitsudis on play-by-play, and Neil the Steel on color, and Super Hoagie's heading up the stream. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. Excited for this match. We're gonna see hopefully some good league play, maybe some shake up here for some contesting in terms of FAP standing there in eighth. They might end up having to go into a tiebreak here if the Bung and the Restless are able to pull out some wins.
Yeah, that's extremely spicy. If the Bung and the Restless can get even one win, the Bung and the Restless can get even one win on this game, that means that they will at least, at worst, force a tiebreaker between FAP and Paw Patrol for ninth place. I mean, for control of eighth place, which granted probably won't be relevant because eighth and ninth are supposed to play each other for the wildcard spot into playoffs. So I'm assuming what's going to happen is they're just going to flip a coin.
Let's just pretend that it's spicy for the sake of the views.
All right, and so we are already into pick ban, and Bung and the Restless starting off with the Garen and Jax and Urgot bans, triple banning Chad Penguin already.
Going ahead and just giving us a little bit of insight into their pick bans, not really keeping anything subtle here.
Yeah, not really keeping anything subtle at all. You know how we do it. But the Vayne and the Morgana as well banned away from fantastic anime personalities.
So FAP just first two bans going right to the other side of the map, playing towards their strengths in the bot lane, and then rounding out the first round of bans with the Skarner ban from the old. Is Bung jungling, or are they mixing up roles?
Yeah, Menbung's probably, I don't know. Menbung will likely jungle, but they Bung and the Restless can do what they want, man. I don't think I've casted a TBR game in so long. And apparently Menbug's also played support against UTD, so I guess that's an option for them as well.
The Kane gonna come out for Jupel, one of his highest played on champs.
Signatures.
So nice comfort pick.
Oh yeah, which reminds me of the Jax ban from TBR, also a good target ban on Jupel, as he's shown proficiency with the Jax in the past, so that really targets multiple members.
Ooh. Oh, the Fiora coming out for the Bung and the Restless, the top lane.
I'm very excited to see what these two picks have to come at, because we have very high skill cap individual solo laners on the side of the Bung and the Restless here, both of them extremely effective in 1v1 situations, and Fiora good at applying split push pressure, and the Heck Room coming out. Ooh.
All right, pairing up the lovers in the bot lane, Xayah and Rakan coming out for FAP.
That's what I'm talking about. The good old Xayah and Rakan duo. The thing is actually coming back once again in pro play now that Rakan's been rendered actually playable with patch 9.9. It's pretty good. Rakan can play the game now, and Rakan is one of Law Hentai-Police's favorite champions by far. He's shown great proficiency on that Rakan in the past, and pairing him up with Xayah in the bot lane, which I'm assuming Adonvel is no stranger to either.
So more bot lane bans coming out for FAP against Bung and the Restless. They have yet to pick either of their bot laners, and looking at probably some more Chad-specific bans, perhaps from TBR.
Yeah, and I really like the Soraka ban here from Fantastic Anime Personalities, as that makes laning phase a whole lot easier for Rakan. Rakan has so much trouble into that Soraka lane, and from what we've seen in the past, Bung and the Restless is a team that will not hesitate to pick from lane matchup or pick from meta compositions, because I feel like one of Bung and Restless' strengths has been the flexibility of their members in terms of all of them play multiple champions and multiple roles. So banning from matchup against Bung and Restless is an extremely good call.
Yeah, definitely. So we see the Nautilus come out for FAP, and with some recent trends, we might have to guess that we might see that go in the mid lane.
Ooh, Yeah, the Nautilus mid was probably very likely pick up here, especially with the Zyra Khan duo locked in. I can't see that going anywhere else, especially with the Kane jungle. You could be seeing the Nautilus top, but I don't know how that does in the Hecarim. Actually, that might do okay in Hecarim.
And unless our boy Lolly Hentai Police is pulling out the Bjergsen shifter Rakan
Oh,
mid.
that'd be hilarious. All right, no, we're
I
good.
don't think he is though.
The cannon's going top. We're good. The cannon's locked in. We know the comp. We've solved all issues. Chad Penguin with a Chad Penguin with a classic pick. If it's ranged at Boys Lane, he'll play at top. Either that or it's Garen. No hesitation. God. And
Right.
one of the feels bad things about this draft is fantastic anime personalities having to ban the Vayne away, because Bung and the Restless will not hesitate to first pick that Vayne for Sandilio. He's flexed it multiple roles and he's shown really high proficiency on that champion, which makes it very sad because Chad Penguin loves playing Vayne too.
Yeah, well, one of those, like you said, one of those unfortunate things. You have to ban away one of your favorite champions so that the other team doesn't get their mitts on it first.
Their mitts. I love it. Reminds me of UTD versus OTP a couple weeks ago, where like Red Side had to ban Anivia both games because both Miramar and Dash played Anivia.
When do we ever not ban Anivia? We have so many Anivia mains in the mid lane in our PMALC.
I mean, yeah, I mean, OTP had 2 Anivia mains. Ganwe used to be an Anivia main before he got like flexed
before
top.
he Ganweened all over the top lane.
Gan flexed his Gan
that Gan Wiener all over.
Oh yeah, dude. Gan Wiener, I hardly know her, dude.
Ooh. So based on the draft here, what are we looking at? Who do you think's got the advantage just from the pick ban phase so far?
It's actually tough to say. I feel like both of these comps have a lot of things they can do. So like Fiora can apply that split push late. Can apply that split push pressure late game, yes, and it would be very difficult for FAP to stop that, but at the same time Ken can actually bully that lane out pre-6, so it's not like the top lane is just an utter wash for fantastic anime personalities. You know, you look bot lane, you have the Zyra Rakan duo, that's a great, they got a pretty decent matchup, but on the flip side, Kai'Sa and Leona, the Leona has a good matchup in the Rakan, and the Kai'Sa's going to be something that they can focus on and have late game scaling going towards her. So even though they might take a slight L in the bot lane, perhaps, I think the matchup goes very even and both carries will be highly relevant late game. And then in the jungle you have Kane, which both Kane and Hecarim are very meta picks right now, and they're both high comfort picks for the jungle. Then you get Nautilus versus Ahri in the mid lane, and I feel like Ahri has the tools to play into that lane. Nautilus ever wants to all in, Ahri just ults out of there and she's good, but at the same time, Ahri can't really kill a Nautilus because like it's Nautilus. So
it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm excited to see how these teams work to chain their CC. I look at TBR and the most obvious engage, I think you're going to drop a Leona ult into an Ahri charm or into a Hecarim ult. For me, I'm looking at FAP, and they just have so many more options. Once one thing lands, they can just Rakan with the grand entrance, Nautilus with the hook. It just depends on who wins the early game and has that first big power spike. I think when we see the first big team fight, we're gonna see a lot of CC. We're gonna see a lot of burst damage coming out from either team.
I 100% agree. It's going to be very spicy to see how these team fights play out, partially because both teams really don't have super strong frontline. And I look at Bung and the Restless and Leona Hecarim, like it's a pretty decent frontline, but not the best. And you have AP Nautilus, you got Kennen, you got Xayah, and either Rost or Shadow Kane, depending on which one he chooses. Which this game, I'd probably say Rost would be a good move. Honestly,
I think Rost, just for the W knockup. You know, people have been going Shadow Assassin a lot just because of that big, the big buff to the E, the cooldown being cut nearly in half.
Yeah, it's so important. He can literally permanently stay in the wall.
Yeah, it's. I tell you what, it's a lot of fun to play. You weave in and out of fights a lot. But I look at their comp, and I think just for that added front line, I think you go Ross this game.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. And it's some of the Ross will be very helpful for dealing with what little frontline the Bung and the Restless has as well, because the Hecarim and the Leona, you can just lifesteal through that and sustain. And in general, the Bung and the Restless doesn't have a whole lot of quick kill options onto the Ross unless the Fiora were to do some damage to him. And speaking of that Fiora is going to be very key for the Bung and the Restless going into the late game, because I feel like the Bung and the Restless have a great comp that can set up a lot of skirmishes and take a lot of fights that they engage, because they can find picks, and if they find a pick on the Zaya, or the Kennen on the side of fantastic anime personalities, then they have the team fight presence. They have the abilities to like take the rest of the fight and close it, instead of just like finding a pick and it's 5v5, we die because we have nothing but assassins. So I
No,
really like that aspect.
They have a ton of sustain. It'll be interesting to see when we get into the Summoner's Rift. We'll be able to see runes. We'll be able to see early builds. Maybe if we see a couple of Ocean Drakes come out and go the way of the Bung and the Restless, they're going to have a ton of sustain. They're going to be able to fight these long fights. Whereas on the side of fantastic anime personalities, I think you're looking at just chaining that CC early, winning fights early and fast, and then grabbing objectives off of that.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of setting up late game fights, I like the 5v5 comp coming out from fantastic anime personalities a little better going into the late game. And they have Lolly Hentai Police on a huge comfort pick on a playmaker champion as well. And Chad Penguin's got the Kennen ult. And overall, I feel like this team has a lot more options and can close a fight much more efficiently with basic spells. Whereas you look on the side of Bung and the Restless, you have Hecarim with the Onslaught of Shadows, you have the Leona ult, and you have Fiora ults and Arya ults. A lot of these champions are a little more ultimate focused than what the champions on the side of fantastic anime personalities, which isn't to say they don't have options to close a fight, because like Hecarim does tons of damage. He procs the Conquerors, he's impossible to kill. And Ari just still always has the charm that's relevant. And Kaisa, like once you drop the killer instinct, she can kite around, she does tons of damage. She has the E, but overall I like the team fight comp from FAP a lot.
Important to note that a lot of these kits that we're talking about, in terms of an offensive point of view, are also really great defensively. You've got the Zaya ult, the Nautilus hook to get the Rakan ult.
I think that's an extremely. You cut out for me. My bad.
So just even with the Hecarim. Even with the Hecarim ult, you can use that to disengage. There's a lot of disengage on these fights, and even though we don't see a lot of well-played disengages in the PMA LCS, it'll be interesting to see if these teams utilize that when needed.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited to see how this one plays out, and I feel like as a whole, the fantastic anime personalities comp, I think the main reason I like it better is actually related to what you just said. Is overall they can control the fight a little better than the Bung and the Restless can. But so in my opinion, the Bung and the Restless needs to be looking for kills on the priority targets to make these fights happen. Because if fantastic anime personalities just gets to play out a team fight, I think the champions just synergize a little better. All right, I am pausing as well.
Going into a game pause at the 12-second mark. They've paused at the 12-second mark, so go ahead and play to there.
Okay. Nice. There we go. And there we go. The pause is resumed, so I'm at 13, 14, 15.
15.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey,
we're good. Perfect.
The PMA LCS sync up, baby.
Yeah, I love it. Wait. Dude, what if actually that pause was set up so they could sync the stream for us? Holy moly, dude, Sean's a genius.
It's like, oh yeah.
Sean's actually Sean's actually such a genius, dude. And then Clumsy Chocobo actually might be in a bit of trouble in this mid lane knockup from all Hentai Police. And here they come, that's massive damage. He's being thrown extremely low. Oh my god, flash over the wall. Very lit. Albertosaurus Rex here on the save with the Leona stun. Clumsy Chocobo gonna get out by the skin of his teeth, dude. Oh my god.
So a flash burned on each side. No biggie. Looks like Sam Dilio hadn't even left the fountain when all of that was happening. Not sure if that was the reason for the pause or if there was some communication errors there, but not ideal. You want to have your defensive positioning set up before FAP, who loves to invade, gets into your jungle like that.
Again, there's 2 flashes blown for 1 on the side of Fantastic Anime personality. So actually, Clumsy Chocobo getting a bit of an overall advantage for his team. So
I did not see Rob's flash get.
Yeah, I don't know how Rob's flash got burned. So despite that, actually a very slight advantage over to Bung and the Restless after all that. That being said, you know, Sums being burned creates different factors in different lanes that you have to look out for. And so I'm looking to see some mid lane pressure perhaps to punish that Ahri flash, because if you can somehow get Rob to level 6 before that Ahri, you know, he can literally just drop the depth charge and pretty much all in the Ahri, and it'd probably be a free kill, honestly.
Yeah. So a couple of notes on the Kayn. I'll make a few of them since I am a Kayn main myself, but he takes Electrocute in the rune, which is typically a Shadow Assassin rune. For Rust, a lot of people are taking Conquer. Also takes an interesting jungle path, starting blue side as opposed to starting Raptors, which is the typical starting camp since you can solo them level 1.
And I think we're starting to see a lot more jungles deviate towards that full clear path and start the blue and just hard full clear their entire jungle. And Kayn is one of the champions who can actually full clear his jungle in a reasonable amount of time, because he gets the blue leash, he smites the Gromp, and then he clears the wolves, and then from there, like, the rest is pretty much easy peasy. And your
E sustains you up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like you just said.
And so he's gonna, he's gonna finish this red, and he's going to go onto this, he's gonna go onto the full clear over there on the Krugs, and you see Scuttles are just about to come up here. So unfortunately, due to the way the pathing's worked out, Menbung's gonna get this Scuttle for free, and the bot lane Scuttle's just gonna chill here.
Poor bot lane Scuttle. We still love you, bot lane Scuttle. It's just no.
Yeah, these two clearly don't. Forget bot lane Scuttle. And so, basically, it's like the same camps have been taken right now. And so the camp differential is literally just Scuttle versus Krugs. And Menbun coming in for an early gank mid, and Charm gonna go wide, but Rob still brought extremely low. Gonna lose some lane pressure out of that. Jupil, meanwhile, answering in the top side. Chad playing a little low, but some damage done on the Sam Dilio right now. Chilling at about half and taking a Blades Reach to the face.
Able to hold his flash though. Able to save his summoners. He does have teleport, so it'll be a quick return to the lane. But Fiora's just gonna.
Ooh, Rob getting chimed up in mid lane. Clumsy Chocobo gonna pick up a first blood off of that combo. How about that one?
Looks like he stuck around after that Hecarim gank took him rather low. Maybe a little bit greedy. Yeah, like you said, ate a charm, and now he's paying for it with, well, not only with giving over first blood, but all of this farm being lost.
Quite literally,
gonna come in.
Paying money.
Yeah, Jupil's gonna come in, clean it up for him. Secretly, junglers they don't mind when your mid laner gets first blooded, because then they get to come in there.
Dude, the 3 most favorite words for any jungle player to hear from their laner. Hold my wave.
Hold my wave, push my wave, take my wave.
Hold my wave, yeah, push my wave.
You're like, yes. I love you forever. Maybe I might consider giving you a blue buff later, but probably not.
And so, Menbung actually able to pick up that bot lane Scuttle after ganking mid. So currently sitting at a decent sized farm advantage here. Charm goes wide from Clumsy Chocobo in the mid lane, though.
Chad Penguin coming back to lane already with the Hextech Revolver. Sam Dilio countering with the double Doran's Blade on top of his Corrupting Potion. Interesting, but
It's an interesting build. I don't know. He got double Doran's Blade. I guess it works because like he gets some health and some attack damage, but like he needs that. He needs, in my opinion, he needs to team out really quickly.
Yeah, prioritizing the life steal over the wave clear at this point. You would think that the Tiamat would be the priority of the next back, keeping in mind that he did take a little bit of an early back after that Jupil gank.
I won't lie, dude. Sam Delia is actually insane. Like sleep on this man at your own cost. He will hard carry the game.
The farm number is looking pretty good right now. 44 CS at 6.5.
Yeah, I'm digging this. And it's actually Invade coming out over here from TBR. I'm digging this mid-jungle synergy. Push the wave and then roam with the jungler. And Jupil not entirely keeping tabs on its jungle. Gonna pay for a slight pathing error by losing that blue buff. And Rob over here gonna go check things out though. But you know, I'm gonna be very scared to see this because he's level 5 and he has flash. And Ghost comes out from Menbunk over here. They have found this Nautilus. They're gonna go in onto him. Rob taking extremely low, gonna be forced to flash over this wall. Comes the Chocobo answering the flash. We're extremely low. That's the dredge line under tower. Double tower shots being dropped. Ignite going over, and that's going to be the solo kills traded for both laners.
The key to this play right here, both in the bottom jungle invade.
Hold on, Chad. Penguin dropping Sandelio extremely low in the top lane, and Sandelio microing around, but Chad Penguin gonna get the takedown with the shuriken.
Let's head back down to the Dragon Pit.
Oh my god, more action going in the Dragon Pit. Jupil coming out, Menbung right here. Zawara actually gonna take that Wally Hentai police, and Jupil gonna get mobbed down as well. Bung in the Restless. Menbung doing his best to run away. Donville gonna get stunned up here. And Rob gonna kill Menbung on the top side now, and Kill going over to Zawarido on a Donville. Meanwhile though, Rob, he wants more, dropping that ultimate on Zawarido. Smashing that Leona with his anchor. But teleport comes in from Chad Penguin to save the day. Flash over from Chad Penguin. Alberta starts Rex stunned up over here. Doing its best to run away. Jarb combo coming in from Clumsy Chocobo. That's a lot of damage. Body blocking for that Leona though, ensuring that Shuriken not going to take him down. 24, 25.
So speaking of disengage.
Alright. Okay. Yep, pause at 30. Okay.
So we talked a little bit about disengage, and we are seeing none of that so far.
I mean, you know, they're trying their best out here. Give them credit where credit's due. It was a bit of a slobber knocker fight, to be honest.
So, to finish the thought that I had started before that epically long fight, it's all about vision control for the Bung and the Restless. They had a ward that protected them for that bot invade. They had a ward topside that showed them Jupil. They knew where everyone was. They knew that they were good to go in, take that blue buff. And the result was a blue buff steal and a pretty extended fight where they came out on top.
And going forward into this game, though, I'm really going to look to see how Bung and Restless can press that advantage. And as I'm saying that, gank coming in, bot lane, and Donville stunned up by Albertosaurus Rex here. Menbung coming in, going to mow down that poor Zaya with his pony hooves.
Jupil looking for a gank in the top lane.
And Jupil coming in top lane with the gank. Chad Penguin dropping the slicing maelstrom. Same thing, immediately flashing away, but he's gonna be brought extremely low. Jupil going in for the flash, and the riposte actually gonna stop the damage from coming through from Jupil's red buff.
F in chat for Jupil. For
meanwhile, in mid, Rob getting mowed down on the gank. Kill going over to Menbung.
Yeah, Jupil just Wing the wrong way. Like I said, F in chat, please. And then flashing after the kill and just not quite getting there.
Why? Why does Chad hate Slobber Knocker so much, dude? You said chat. You said chat.
Hard T on the chat. Slobber Knocker, it's a it's a
hardly
go-to.
know her. Yeah,
Exactly.
and Bung and the Restless, meanwhile, are going to take down this Infernal Drake quite early. And I'm really digging the macro play coming out of Bung and Restless right here. Like, a lot of these fights that they've taken have been set up by tactical decisions like wards, and then, it's been tactical flowcharty choices that they've made, and it's really starting to put them ahead in this early game.
Indeed, yeah. We got proto belts coming out for both Chad Penguin and Rob on the side of Fantastic Anime Personalities.
Team proto belt, dude.
We've got everyone build one. We've got the Warrior Enchantment out for Jupil already. Menbung choosing to forego finishing his Stalker's Blade and grabbing itemization. Looks like towards a Triforce there.
Yeah, I don't know. He has the Caulfields, which
it's kind of half Triforce, half Warrior Enchantment.
He gave up on the Warrior midway. You know how guys do it. Like, I feel like he just started popping off. He's like, screw it. I want the entire Triforce.
He's got a 1,300 gold lead over Jupil right now. He can kind of do what he wants and still maintain a lead. If that gold difference gets a little bit closer, you might want to finish an item there, Menbung.
Yeah, you might want to. We'll finish items sometime. Besides, especially with Chad Penguin on the side of Fantastic Anime Personalities, if anyone remembers that Volibear gameplay, both of these teams are no strangers to builds that don't finish items. So, he'll be right at home here. It was a classic game, dude. Which is funny because we roasted it on the caster desk, but Chad Penguin actually popped off on Volibear that game. It was actually insane Volibear gameplay.
Okay.
Oh, and Menbug's coming in for a gank into the mid lane. Rob, though, answering with the Dredge Line Death Shard's gonna blow him up. Menbug got extremely low, but Conqueror's been popped. Jupil coming in with the smite from the side. Gets the Emerald Trespass. That's gonna be a shutdown on Menbug. He'll go in over to Jupil. Ooh, Dredge Line coming in from Rob, and that's gonna be some quick damage. Meanwhile, we see some trading going down on the top lane between Chad Penguin and Sandilio. Both champs brought down about 2/3 health.
We get some all chat here. Menbung wanting to let Rob know that was a lot faux damage.
Lot faux damage.
Lot faux damage.
Lot faux
damage in chat.
The being lot faux damage. Ooh. Actually, stun coming up on top lane. Chad Penguin directing slicing mess, and that's gonna be an all-in coming in. Sandilio gonna get mowed down by that cannon.
And you just called it. Don't sleep on Chad Penguin. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep with him. Don't sleep anywhere near Chad Penguin.
I mean, I'd sleep
he
with
will
him,
get
just
you.
not on him.
Talking, it's like same bed situation, or yeah, I guess.
Yeah, same bed, dude. Yeah.
Depends on how many 40s we've had. So.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Same bed. Nothing
Maybe
nothing
a
erotic.
futon.
Just same.
It was like a wide futon.
Yeah,
Be good.
I'm always there for some futon Ari, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, back to our game.
I couldn't help it, dude. It was too good to pass up.
Itemization's starting to get a little bit heavier, a little bit here. Menbung still without a completed item.
Yeah, he'll get there sometime.
That's why he died in the mid lane a few moments ago, but I don't think either item would have helped him out. Yeah, the gold that the Among the Restless did have has now dissipated. We're looking at a pretty even game here, even though they've got the 2-kill advantage, they've got the Infernal Drake advantage. We're looking at a pretty decent-sized farm lead for Chad Penguin in the top lane, and then the shutdown gold from Menbung going over to Jupil on that kill in the mid lane was quite substantive. So.
And just looking at the map right now, we got Menbung chilling in this top side, perhaps looking for a gank on the Chad Penguin. Meanwhile, the Lolly Hensai Police going in deep in the bot lane. That's going to be the Charm on Albertosaurus Rex with Donovan going in for the combo. He's going to flash out to keep it safe, but the re-engage from Albertosaurus Rex, though, and The Solar Flare coming down. Donville forces the flash down. Zawarudo going in. Killer Instinct. Kill going over to Zawarudo on the turn. However, they are now stuck in a very tight spot. It's Lolly Hentai Police and Jupil going in on them. Zawarudo kiting out into the push though. And that Leona getting some stun damage. Lolly Hentai Police extremely low. Going to finish the kill though. And going over, getting a shutdown on Zawarudo in the bot lane. Jupil chimed up. And meanwhile, in top lane, Chad Penguin getting modded by Sandilio and Menpung. That's going to be a shutdown. And as I'm saying, that double kills down in the bot lane, and the only one left standing is going to be Rob on this naughty boy.
Oof. Lots of summoners coming out in the bot lane. Big fight down there as that happens. Sam Dilio, Menbung take out the Penguin in the top lane. They take first turret.
This is actually an incredibly good answer to that play set up by Fantastic Enemy Personalities in the bot lane. So, you know, you take a look at how that fight started, and Lolly Hentai Police going super deep for that recon engage. You know, they didn't necessarily get in a clean crowd control combo on Zawarudo to start out that fight, so that fight getting dragged out way longer than they wanted it to. And Chad Penguin not playing mega safe top lane, Menbung was able to send his attention top side, and they got a clean and easy fight top lane. That's a free turret, and now they even get a Rift Herald for it.
And they still kept the fight bot lane fairly even just by, again, just kind of playing it out, kiting back a little bit, and then choosing to re-engage with the Solar Flare.
Zawarudo, great juke to the side from Zawarudo, and Jupil gonna get stunned out by this Leona. Actually, Umbral Trespass dropped. That's gonna be a lot of damage on the Zawarudo though, and the charm from Lolly Hentai Police. That's gonna be Jupil finalizing the kill. Solar Flare goes, I don't know where. Yes. And Sam Dilio though with the teleport coming in, cleaning him up. Kill going over to Albertosaurus Rex. Meanwhile, in mid lane though, Chad Penguin getting killed again by Clumsy Chocobo and Menbung on the duo. Sam Dilio has cleaned up a Donbell in the bot lane, and they're looking for more. This naughty boy is here, and they're going in. Albertosaurus Rex brought extremely low. That's gonna be the kill going over to Rob, but now they are caught in a very tight spot. Death charge going in. Sandilio, he's looking for the kill. Can he finalize it? Great riposte. Lolly Hentai Police absolutely destroyed by Sandilio. And now here comes the angry Pony Express coming in. Look at the melee and a kill under the top lane, but Rob with a fantastic combo turn from the dredge line. Sandilio, though, going to clean up Menbung's dirty work down there with a double kill.
Some action-packed fights here in the bot lane, in the mid lane. Chad Penguin going down again in the 2v1. At this point, you would think that his team would say, "Hey, if we're fighting in the bot lane, just don't die."
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I am extremely entertained so far by looking at this game. And, you know, after Bung and the Restless got the sub squad out, you know, they've been looking much cleaner. You know, perhaps newcomers to the league might ask themselves, you know, where has this Bung and Restless squad been the entire season? Like, I genuinely think that if this was the squad we had at the beginning, like, Bung and Restless would be actually a pretty scary team to play against. It seems they've found some rhythm with this sub squad now, and it's really entertaining to watch.
Individually, these are great players, and it's a little unfortunate that they weren't able to maybe just find that synergy that they needed throughout the season. Quick note: Jupil has gone the blue cane. He's already completed the Dustblade, extra vision control, and extra lethality damage, looking to come through on the blue cane there.
Yeah, so that Shadow Cane is going to be a key point of contention in these fights, because it completely blows open our analysis earlier. Oh, hold on, Clumsy Chocobo getting caught out by the dredge line. That's a combo going in. Kill going over to Jupil off the Umbral Trespass. Yeah. That is one dead Ari.
The two item Shadow Assassin Cane can pretty much one shot an Ari if he avoids charm and can stay with the ult. But when you get the combo with the Dirty Naughty Boy, it's GG there. So, you
know, perhaps a lack of respect or reaction time on the side of Clumsy Chocobo dying with both that the flash up and the spirit rush up. So, you know, I don't care. Like, pick one. Maybe it's the flash, maybe it's the actual spirit rush, but you got to do something to that. You got to react, because, you know, there's no way you survive that if he hits the dredge line.
Yeah, knowing the chain that's going to happen if you just get hit by one thing, the dredge line turns into the Cane ult. Even if you ult after that, you're probably gonna lose your life there.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a fun time. Like, you get blown up actually instantly, like zero counterplay.
Maybe just, you know, and once you get hit by the dredge line and the Cane, You don't want to be that guy that flashes or ults away or does something thinking that that's going to help.
And then you just die anyway.
You flash, you take the cane with you.
Yep.
He's not going anywhere. Once he's inside you.
Oh no, and actually Menbug sitting over this wall, gonna get the rift caught up here, but the is broken out. Rob stuck on the wrong side. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out. Low hand side police extremely low. Menbug with a kill. Solar Flare over the side catches the Dawnfell. That's a kill going over to Clumsy Chocobo off the Leona. And low hand side police barely gonna get out of that one alive. Meanwhile though, Jupil pushing down this top lane turret, but they're the 5-man Bug and Wrestle squad. Great flash charm coming out of Clumsy Chocobo. Kill going over to Menbug on Rob there.
Is this a 200 IQ play by Menbug baiting Lolly Hentai in by dropping the Rift Herald over the...
I mean, they probably could have just started the fight, but like, yeah, we'll go with that. Oh man, Chad Penguin going into massive slicing Maelstrom. That's a lot of damage coming out. Menbug brought extremely low. Gonna make it out though, and that one slicing Maelstrom actually gonna be really key here to helping stop that push. Meanwhile though, Jupil wreaking havoc down in that top lane, taking 2 turrets down for himself already. So at least Fantastic Enemy Personalities gets a little bit of something out of that.
Yeah, Jupil just a little rough with that jungle positioning when the fight breaks out in the bot side and you were looking in the enemy's top side jungle to steal some camps away. What can you do? Just push turrets.
You just run it down top, baby. That's all you gotta do.
Bung and the Restless sitting on about a 3k gold lead at this point. The kills starting to make the difference there. Farm advantages starting to diminish slightly. We'll see what they can do with perhaps just a little bit better, more complete itemization here in the next couple of fights.
Yeah, and notable power spike to look at is the Stormrazor Rageblade on the side of Kaisa. So I'm saying that though, Sam Delio and Jupil going at it down in this bot lane push, and that's going to be the grand challenge popped over here. Sam Delio doesn't want any of it. Blast Cone over the wall, and in mid lane, Albertosaurus Rex and Chocobo are onto Rob, but FAP fancies the turn. They are going in, so much damage. Clumsy Chocobo kiting back with that Spear Rush. Jupil going to get him with the Blades Reach though, and Albertosaurus Rex is now caught in a bit of a... no, he's fine. He's walking to the tower. Good.
And there's that CC chain. Oh my gosh, the depth charge into the quickness from the Rakan. Clumsy Chocobo just can't do anything to get away. You're not getting out of that.
Yeah, that's not a good time. Never want to be stuck in that spot, but
so
there you go.
Great response from Fantastic Enemy Personalities.
Ooh, Dredge line's so close on the Zawara there. And Menbug dragging Jupil back into the team. Unstoppable Onslaught. Zawara on the side here, but gets caught up in the slicing Maelstrom. Gonna get mowed down immediately. Kill going over to Dawnville. And now extended fight taking it over. Rob gonna get taken down actually, but then kill responded on the Albertosaurus Rex though.
Yeah, Rakan with the 3-man grand entrance. Perfect knock. Unfortunately, Rob goes down, but just overall, another well-played fight by Fantastic Enemy Personalities.
And both teams love fighting each other, so I'm extremely excited to see how this goes. And Sam Delio actually taking the extended fight here against Dawnville and Chad Penguin over here, and FAP gonna decide they don't want any of that. We're gonna walk out. Jupil Blades Reach on the Menbug. He's extremely low. Gonna be just fine though.
Go another Sam Delio Jupil fight.
Oh baby, I've seen these before. And yeah, Bug and the Restless actually just kind of setting up camp in Fantastic Enemy Personalities jungle right now. Bug and the Restless, they own both jungles, which is extremely important because this Ocean Drake gonna come up very soon, and Bug and Restless in great position, but the struggle is though Menbug is extremely low, and now the rest of them are extremely low, but Sam Delio, the great riposte on the Rob's Dredge line, and Rob's just gonna get mobbed down with no follow-up in the river. Jupil though looking for something more. Blades Reach, that's lots of damage on the Zolfredo. Lion Hensai Police engaging in the back line. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out from Menbug though. Chad Penguin slicing Maelstrom, tons of damage as Jupil gets the shutdown on Menbug over there. Chad Penguin going golden mode, and Dawnville coming in to clean up, but Chad Penguin gonna fall in the end. and it looks like Fantastic Enemy Personality is getting the better of this fight overall. Clumsy Chocobo now stuck by himself going in. Low hand side police, great dodge away from Clumsy Chocobo. Spiridor barely gonna survive, and now Jupil perhaps looking for more on the Clumsy Chocobo. Nope, he does not want it, so they're gonna leave it be.
Not a good looking start as the Bung and the Restless secure the Drake, and Rob just comes in a little bit early, sacrifices himself when his team was still not quite where they needed to be. Adonville was still in base, and did not look very, but Fantastic Enemy Personalities, they are able to get something out of it by coming in, getting a few kills.
Oh, Death starts coming in mid. That's so much damage on the Clumsy Chocobo. Ignite pop and is giving him the good old anchor bot to the face. Solo kill for Rob on the Clumsy Chocobo.
What is that damage? The Luden's Echo, the Hex Tech Proto Belt, the Sorcerer Shoot.
Baby.
Naughty boy, doing so much damage to that poor Ari.
It reminds me of the Gunther song. You ever heard of Gunther?
No, what's that?
Oh, he's like the Swedish like campy like sex music type guy. It's really it's like the most 80s music you could ever hear in your life. And it's all hilarious. It's like sexed up, and like literally one of the names of his songs is Naughty Boy.
Naughty Boy.
Yeah.
It's very fitting.
Please tell me we had some
he hooks you in, he does a bunch of damage, you know.
Well, Sandelia though, he's found the Wild Cannon in the bot lane. Grand Challenge popped, and that's gonna be slicing Maelstrom in response. Chad Penguin dashing out, and they're gonna do the best they can, but Sandelia flashing in. That's the kill. Solo kill for Sandelia on Chad Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin again, just not quite at the point where he can be in the side lane pushing by himself. Still risking death. We've seen it a couple of times where he got 2v1 while the team was fighting bot, and this time it's just a straight 1v1 from the Sandelia.
The straight 1v1 indeed. There you want blood, though. They're going in. Low hand side police engaging over the wall. The dredge line going down. Menbunk gonna get finally caught up by Rob on drop that Onslaught Shadows over the wall though and run. Solar Flare coming down. It finds Jupil. That's gonna be a CC Shadow Cane being blown up immediately. Kill going over to Zawarudo. Sandelia getting his pushing pants on in the bot lane.
Jupil eats every charge of the Ichithian Rain. Just that damage is just gross.
That's disgusting. And the thing I didn't get to finish earlier was talking about this Kaisa power spike. She's on the Storm Razor and the Rage Blade now.
Yeah.
Meaning she has Ichithian Rain and the E evolution, so there's gonna be tons of damage and survivability. It looks like we got an extended tower dive going on over here. Ooh, Rob gonna get charmed up, brought extremely low by Clumsy Chocobo. The shield being
frontline Kaisa.
Zawarudo gonna win Killer Instinct. Rob actually gonna flash out though. With the help of that Titan's Wrath, gonna survive with that shield.
Yeah, Rob barely living there, able to avoid an 8th death. Let's try to keep the deaths low, guys. We don't want to upset Rich by having a 15-way tie for the fourth most deaths, or whatever the hell it is.
I don't know.
12 deaths. 12 deaths. There's a 15 or 16-way tie right now. Rich's spreadsheets will just be too massive if we continue.
Dude, we gotta get it up to 69.
Rob does confirm in all chat. I didn't see him say this, but he did say, "I'm coming for that record, Sean." So with 7 deaths right now, he's flirting with it.
He's getting there. And this game definitely gonna have a lot more action going forward because both these teams are within 1.8 K gold of each other right now. This is such a tight game.
It's still just such a slim lead. One well-played team fight in the way of Fantastic Enemy Personalities puts them in the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a huge bloodbath. So I was talking about expecting a 40-kill game. Like, we've surpassed my expectations. It's 30 minutes. The game isn't looking like it's going to end anytime soon. We're already at 43. Yeah, speaking of which, Menbun going in here. This Guardian Angel buffed up Hecarim, and he fancies this fight. Onslaught of Shadows going out. Low anti-police product extremely low. Killer Instinct from Zawarudo coming in here. And low anti-police going to get out by the skin of his teeth. Massive flank coming in from Chad Penguin slicing Maelstrom going down. Clumsy Chocobo and Sandelia taking on Jupil on the flanks though, but the rest of Fantastic Enemy Personalities, they found this fight. They're mowing them down. However, Menbung resurrected with Guardian Angel, and that's so much damage coming in from Sandelia. They have nothing they could do. Fiora getting more kills, and that is going to be a 1 for 2. It's going to be 2 for 1 in favor of Bung and Restless.
And that's going to be the Inferno with Jupil going down, trying to 1v1 the Ahri. Feels bad. He's ignited. He ults into the Ahri. Unfortunately, you die while you're in the ult. If you were Darkened form, you get a little bit of healing back off of that, but unfortunately, Shadow Assassin, no luck.
Yep, and the spoils of war from another incredibly close and tense team fight. It's going to be an Infernal Draco on the side of Bung and Restless.
Double Infernal now for Bung and Restless, so we'll see if their damage reflects in the next fight. Just play the fights well. They've got the damage. They've got the sustain with the Ocean Drake if they can disengage every now and then. The game is slightly tilted in their favor right now.
I would agree, and the analysis of enjoying this fantastic enemy personality as a team fight a little more is completely blown out of the water at this point because, you know, their team fight might be slightly better going into the late game, but it's not nearly enough to like affect. It's not nearly enough for them to just brute force against 2 Infernals and be able to win. Yep. This Bung and Restless squad is very strong right now. Zawarido is hitting his 3-item spike right now. He's on the Hurricane, he's on the Rage Blade, he's on the Storm Razor, and it looks like Guardian Angel could be coming in pretty soon for him because he has that broken stopwatch he's sitting on as well. Yep. And you know, they get that Guardian Angel on Zawarido, and Menbung's Guardian Angel comes back up. And Fiora actually on the call fields on the Vamp, so we're gonna start to see the Death Dance portion of her double lifesteal items come in. You know, once all those items get finished, massive power spike for Bung and the Restless. Nobody can contest Sandilio in the side lane, and their carries pump out so much damage and don't die.
Yeah, it's like you said a second ago. The brute force of fantastic anime personalities. It's there. They have these CC chains. They have the ability to win these team fights quickly. And how do you counter that as Bung and the Restless? Well, you pick up a couple of Infernal Drakes. You itemize towards that a couple of GAs coming out, and you make these fights go a little bit longer. You make fantastic anime personalities give into the long fights, and I think you're going to start to see them pick the fights up.
This is actually 26, 20, 32, 28, 29, 30, 31. You good? Yeah, we're good. Perfect. And that was a quick time check for our streamer there. Sorry about that.
Full lethality coming out for Jupil. He's got the Edge of Night, the Yomu's Ghost Blade, the Dust Blade, the Geist Blade.
The Geist Blade.
The gayest blade. It you know, it might be. There's a lot of blades in the game. Who knows? So full lethality coming out. He's just looking to just pour damage in. And speaking of, he's going to the top.
Going out on top lane. Great to be arrested to avoid the blades reach, and that's so much damage coming out from Clumsy Chocobo, dropping the 1v1 with the Jupil, and gets the Umbral Trespass in, but actually dies to the Ignite.
Yep. You gotta get the ult off early. Once you're ignited, even when you're in Umbral Trespass, you're not getting any healing from that in Shadow Assassin. So that's the second time we've seen that that interaction occur between Jupil and Clumsy Chocobo.
Now that Ahri with a great Banshee's Veil third though, that's actually very important for them. And Menbung and Alberta Swords Rex managed to engage. Onslaught of Shadows coming out. Rob and Loi Hensai Police kind of stuck here. Depth charge coming out as Zawarido. Flash over the wall from Loi Hensai Police, and Rob gonna run away from that fight immediately. Pretty good disengage.
A Donville on the backside of the red buff pit there, just laying heavy damage into Zawarido. But looks like they're gonna attempt Baron off of this.
Yeah, this is given Bung and Restless all they need to feel confident taking down this Baron, and this Baron is melting fast. What can fantastic enemy personalities do? Rob Dredge lighting in, though, gonna get CC comboed up. Loi Hensai Police, great combo, but Zawarido's already taken down Rob in the front line, and Menbung peeling off a Baron. Loi Hensai Police extremely low. Here comes Sandilio with the flank. Zawarido taking down Baron, and Sandilio obliterates a Donville, and now Loi Hensai Police is kind of stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Clumsy Chocobo and Sandilio running him down while Menbung and the rest of the squad push down mid, and they're giving up on that recon. They fancy the objectives.
There comes the comms. Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase.
Don't chase.
They know that the recon kit is just too much. He's got too much escape. They're not going to get him. Focus, you just got the Baron buff. utilize it, get the push going in the
Well,
lanes.
Chad Penguin dropping the defensive slicing maelstrom here. About to start. Rex biting off a little more than he could chew. Kill going over to Chad Penguin off the tower dive. And Jupil, the Shadow Cane's tracking down a pony. It's a bit like hunting elephants in Africa, except this one is a little smaller and moves way faster. So really, it's nothing like it at all.
Jupil's got the great KDA, one of the meme KDAs. He's got the 666.
Nice.
You know, maybe just keep it there, or who knows? He really didn't have much of a chance of getting Menbung, even if he caught up to Menbung. Menbung does have the Guardian Angel active, so it looks like it's gonna be Elder.
Really. Menbug is sitting like an entire item lower than Jupil is, but like still getting more done because Hecarim and he just runs in.
Kind of. I mean, you gotta look the itemization there.
Sandilio fancying the 1v whatever that is, but the entire team just mobbing him down before he can actually do anything. That being said, though, he bought tons of time for the Elder Drake, and that kill's going over to Menbug.
Yeah, speaking on the itemization there, Jupil does have more items, but he's gone with a lot of these lethality items, which are generally cheaper. Menbung pulling out the Trinity Force, the Guardian Angel early. The Guardian Angel's not a super expensive item, but looks like he was saving up for a full Dead Man's Plate.
He was full bought a Dead Man's Plate.
He had one Ruby Crystal, so you know that's still about 2,100 gold that he just dropped. He went on a little shopping spree, got himself a Dead Man's Plate.
That's when you go into the Blitz app and you look at all the negatives tab. It just has Hoarder there with a little frowny face. And you're like, what a shame, dude. Like I'm already hard carrying the game. Why do I care, bro? I just hard bought a Dead Man's Plate. What about it?
Yeah.
Oh, Menbung.
You know.
Yeah, they're good. Clumsy Chocobo getting tickled by the Blades Reach though.
You save your buy for a while. Your teammates start to maybe ask some questions. You know, you figure you got to go buy an item. So he pulls out the Dead Man's Plate.
Yeah, so why is our Vayne 2 items of 50 minutes? Don't worry about it. Goes back to base. Oh wow, I'm full build now. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, that's nuts.
Or one of those moments where you're pinging your team, please let me back. I have 6,000 gold.
And speaking of which, I'm really enjoying this defensive itemization coming out from Bung and Restless right now. They have 2 Guardian Angels on both Hecarim and Kaisa, and the Banshee's Veil shortly to come up for Clumsy Chocobo. I mean, it's gonna have a hard time finding picks on the side of Fantastic Anime Personalities.
They still have a couple of Baron buffs up. They're not quite utilizing them. Putting Samdilio in the top lane should still result in the turret, but the buffs are sitting in mid right now, possibly looking for a pick. And the buffs just ran out on the Baron buff. The Elder Drake buff is.
Zawarda going in for the 1v1 on a Donville. He's extremely low. Zaya popping the ult. Zawarda flashing in. Barely gonna miss the kill though. Lolly Hensai Patrol on the save. Menbung onslaught of shadows directly into their backline. Fancies a big dick engage. Lolly Hensai Parole with the counter engage. Chad Penguin flashing into the slicing maelstrom of the lasagnas. Zawarda stuck with that depth charge in the back line as kills down and damage is going everywhere in the front line. Meanwhile, just killed like what's going on, dude? This is impossible. Like this is a massive fight.
Yep. Jupil looking for the flank on Clumsy Chocobo in the backline doesn't quite. Menbung, like you said, with the big dick. He's got the Guardian Angel. He can afford to let his big dick hang out.
We got the Guardian Angel and Lolly Hensai Police going for the CC. Not gonna find it, but Jupil gonna shut him down over here. And now Menbung and Sandilio, they're looking for a Shadow Cane. They're gonna find it. Take down going over to Sandilio. Lolly Hensai Police running the hell out of there as fast as he can. And now it's Chad Penguin and Lolly Hensai Police versus the world. Both Nexus turrets have dropped. This will surely be the game for Bung and the Restless coming out very soon. And the Nexus is gonna explode. Going to be game 1 over to Bung and the Restless.
Woo, boy, what a bloody game. Fun to watch though. We want blood.
Blood. I unmuted my mic just to say more blood.
More. So
like
what do we have? 50,
right here.
56 kills that game. We need at least 60 in game
69
2.
preferred. 69 is the magic number.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
As a blood
Let's
connoisseur,
see an FF vote come out after 69.
as a blood connoisseur, I approve.
approve of 69?
No, just blood. More blood.
Oh.
And so, I think the great place to shift this conversation now is going to be that MVP vote from Game 1. And I think we have a whole lot to discuss after that.
Whew. Yeah. Why don't you go first and I'll follow up?
For my MVP vote, it's a very difficult decision because I think a lot of cases can be made that you can give MVP to this one person because he did a lot of solo plays, but then you kind of don't because he also kind of died that one time. But then it's everyone died that one time.
Mm-hmm.
The game was an absolute bloodbath. So, I think for my money, what's going to tip it is going to be just the sheer pressure both these teams put out. And right now, Sam Dilio had a crap ton of pressure in the mid to late game on that Fiora, and Menbung had a crap ton of early pressure on that Hecarim. So it's very difficult for me.
Yeah, I look at those two. The Menbung late game said the big dick was hanging out. He got the GA. He wasn't afraid to pop into the back line. Those were huge for team fights. Sam Dilio, big pressure in the side lanes. Solo kills onto Chad Penguin. Huge. I also want to say, Clumsy Chocobo, we saw the level 1 invade. He has to flash over the wall. He's behind early. He paid for it a little bit early, but that's something that can really get in the head of a player and really affect them the rest of the game. And it did not at all. He was able to rally and really provide a lot of support and a lot of damage. I mean, he ends up, not strange for the Ahri to lead the damage, but very impactful during that game.
Mm-hmm. And it's also a fair thing to note too that Clumsy Chocobo actually doing the most damage, I believe, in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, barely out damaging Sandilio. So I feel like this is the epitome of a team effort. It's I can't really look. This is the first time in a while I feel like I look at a team and I can't really determine for sure who an MVP is going to be. And even on the side of Albertosaurus Rex, he had a couple of very clean Leona engages.
Oh yeah, a lot of great Leona ults. The solar flares were pretty on point. One or two that missed the mark, but with how bloody this game was, felt like a lot of people missed the mark on something. So the straw poll is up. Chat, let's see some votes. Who's your MVP for game 1?
And for my money, be Sam Dilio. I'm gonna lock it in.
I have to agree.
My money's on Albertosaurus Rex. It was kind of
I think
insane.
that's also fair. I really think I really think voting for anyone.
I mean, Zawarudo, we know ADCs can't win MVP, so I mean you can rule that one out. But
yeah, that's true.
But anyone else on the team, or maybe if you're feeling saucy and you feel like someone on Fantastic Anime Personalities, you can write in your vote.
Write in, Lolly.
Write in on the ballot. But I would have to say, just between the pressure in the side lanes late and the solo kill pressure, Sam Dilio for me. Sam Dilio takes it.
Yep. I'll see what chat has to say, though, as we are currently at 7 votes, and Sandilio and Albertosaurus Rex currently tied for MVP. Oh, just as I said that, Sandilio actually getting an extra vote on the MVP. Oh, hold on. This is tight. Yeah, I can just Jesus. I can actually just cast this MVP ball like it's an actual match. Oh god, Albertosaurus Rex and Sandilio, they're neck and neck on the poll. Who's going to win? Right now we're seeing the votes come in. That's actually going to be a second going the way of Clumsy Chocobo in this MVP ball as we are currently speaking right now. We're currently sitting at 10 votes, 17 people in chat. Everyone start rolling in those votes. Let's see how many more we can get here.
This is some pretty high level play-by-play.
Yeah, dude.
It's good practice.
Good practice.
And so another spicy thing actually being dropped in movie Uncle Jemima, if Fantastic Anime Personalities answers this game back and gets us a 1-1, and then Caligma Bobway 2-0 One-Twick Ponies, there will actually be a 3-way tie for 7th.
Oh yeah. Holy cow. So a lot on the line here for these teams that are that have secured playoff positioning, but aren't quite sure what final position they're going to be in, this 7th, 8th, 9th place. The Bung and the Restless, though, I love it. I love the option to play spoilers. We
I'm cutting
see
the
it.
VOD. I'm cutting the stream for VOD purposes. Goodbye.
All right.